Hello, today I'm with Dr Liliana Rodriguez. Hello, Dr Rodriguez.
Hello, Alan. You could call me Lili.
Okay, I'll call you Lili. So, Lili, you're part of a team that's working on a campaign called Making HIV Stigma History, I understand.
Yes, it's true. Martin Fisher Foundation asked for some money and the Public Health of England gave us the grant. The proposal was to use digital channels or social media as platforms to showcase videos. I'm part of a team composed by 2 clinicians and 2 designers, a sociologist, and you.
Yep, and me. So how did you actually get involved in this particular campaign?
We were finishing a previous project, which is a vending machine that dispenses HIV tests for men that have sex with men.
Oh, okay, that's the Martin Fisher
It's with the Martin Fisher Foundation.
Okay.
And then because of that involvement, they
sort of asked you to come along and do this project as well.
Yes.
You must have made quite a good impression on your first project with them then.
Well, we actually won the British Medical Journal Award for Innovation 2018. So,
well
yes.
done, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
That's fantastic. So you've got a good track record.
Yes.
Excellent. So as you just said, I am part of this team.
Yes, you
are. And I've noticed while we've been doing this project that it's very important to you. Why is that? Why do you think that is? Can you put that into words?
Yes, I think it is important to me because although I have been designing for many years, lately, meaning in the last 10 years, I have dedicated myself into something which is called services design. It's not about producing products, but it's about involving people. So projects that are engaging and actually do participatory co-design sort of propositions are projects that are really keen to me. I actually think that we could change the world by doing these kind of projects.
Wow.
So, yes.
That's pretty good. I know from my own experience that the project that you're engaging in is very important. Its stigma is a very, very damaging thing to experience. It's not a very nice thing to witness, and HIV stigma can be particularly nasty. So can you tell me a little bit more about this particular project, the Making HIV Stigma History campaign? I understand that it's going to be digital based. So do you mean things like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, all that kind of stuff? Is that what you're doing?
Yes, that's exactly what we're doing. We are producing a series of videos that will be presented in all those platforms that many people will be able to access to.
All of them?
Oh, well, there's not all of them, but it's the majority, meaning like it's going to be in Instagram, it's going to be in YouTube, it's going to be in Facebook and Twitter. So the majority, yes.
Okay, so...
Yeah, but we don't have a Snapchat, for example.
No Snapchat?
No.
Not yet?
Not yet. And it's a really good way to actually communicate this message to a bigger audience.
Okay. If you're doing this on all of these different platforms, I presume that's because you've got a particular audience in mind.
Yes, we want to call the attention to everybody that actually don't know so much about HIV or they think they know about HIV. So basically, it's everybody who don't live with HIV.
What is your audience?
Each video is thinking in different
targets,
yes.
So who are your target audience? Is it people living with HIV? Is it people that know people that are living with HIV? Or is it people that don't know anything, are still stuck in the 80s and remember the stupid tombstone falling with a "Don't die of ignorance" written all over it?
Well, really is to all of them, but mostly people who actually don't know so much about HIV and they don't live with HIV.
So the people that are stuck in the 1980s?
Yes. We want actually people to learn the new facts about HIV, for example, all the new treatments and this idea that U equals U.
That's if somebody takes their medication and maintains an undetectable viral load, the virus is not transmittable come what may.
That's exactly the point.
So they're uninfectious.
They're uninfectious. So then we want people to understand that living with HIV is possible. that many people are doing it, that they having a perfect normal lives and usually are healthier than the other.
That's a pretty good message. So I also understand through your campaign that you've got a mantra, which is we learn, we think,
we change.
So is this really what this is underlying your entire campaign? So everything you do is going to be to educate people to what the truth is, hopefully make them think about it, and then change their attitudes, change their opinions, change
the behavior towards people living with HIV. Let's go back to the beginning. So what we were going to learn? We're going to learn those facts. We have moved on from the 80s and the 90s. Yep. So we need to learn that, treatment's better. Treatment is better.
People don't die anymore.
No,
right.
So then
they don't pass the
virus on.
Right.
So then saying that, meaning that we have to think in our fears.
Yeah.
And compare with the new facts, and then realize that maybe there's no such a thing as being afraid of what is going on.
There's nothing to fear anymore.
Nothing to fear anymore. So then that will make us change.
It should make us change, which is we learn, we think, we change. Can you explain to me where that came from and how you're going to apply that to the campaign?
Well, we did research. We did also a series of workshops involving people living with HIV and the general population. We gathered ideas about how is to live with the stigma, and most of those ideas are actually the ones who we're using into our videos.
How stigma feels,
how stigma. How can actually you change your behavior and not stigmatizing people?
Because people isolate themselves.
They not only isolate themselves, but they suffer a lot, and there is no need for that.
No. I think your mantra is extremely important, and where it came from is important. So it's probably best, as we really, really want to get this message very, very clearly, if you want to just read out exactly what your mantra is.
What the mantra is. We learn HIV facts, we think about HIV stigma and how it affects those living with the virus. We change our behavior towards a free HIV stigma life. We are living together, don't be a stigmasaur.
A stigmasaur?
Yes.
What's the stigmasaur?
Well, the stigmasaur came out in part of the workshops.
It's like a dinosaur.
It's a dinosaur that we want to be the last one.
Oh, I see. So you're going to kill the stigmasaur off?
No, we're not going to kill him. We're going to
educate
him and make him change. So from the stigmasaur, it becomes a HIV stigmasaur. So someone who actually knows.
Like an ambassador?
Like an ambassador.
Oh, fantastic.
So,
And is that going to be like a big part of your campaign?
It's the one that will present the mantra in each of the videos.
Wow.
And yes, it's a sort of our mascot.
Oh, it sounds really interesting.
Yes.
So how many of these videos are there?
It's going to be 5 videos.
5. So what are the videos about then?
Well, the videos are all of them quite different. 2 of them are about stories of people living with HIV that have to be
true stories.
True stories. And then one of the videos is also a comparison. We're trying to understand if we are able actually to pinpoint if you're living with HIV, which is not true.
No.
Anybody.
So it could be anybody.
It could be anybody.
You can't tell by looking.
Exactly.
I've come across this before, believe you me. People think they can tell somebody that's got HIV. It's
not.
Utterly ridiculous.
So one of the videos is about that, comparison in between people, and then see if we could guess if someone is living with HIV, and then we realize that we can't.
You can't tell, no.
And then another of the videos is about facts. So we following the mantra basically.
Okay.
We need to explain the new facts. So we're doing through one of the videos. Then we want people to understand how you actually behave, and then that's why the 2 videos of the stories are so important, because they showcase how people being stigmatized
and the consequences,
and how can you actually change your behavior and being more understandable of the situation. So then those two videos are very important because they explain how you could actually change.
So it also they are showing that stigma is based on fear, ignorance, incorrect knowledge.
Yes.
And if you arm somebody with the truth, with the correct information,
then
there's no need for stigma.
There is no need for a stigma.
Do you want to tell me a little bit about these videos that you've been making?
Well, I actually prefer us to wait.
To wait?
Yes, till the 19th of July when all be live.
Ah, okay. Well, actually, I've seen a couple of them. And
what do you think?
Do you know, I really don't know what to say because when I was watching them, I couldn't speak. They were just amazing, absolutely amazing. And I think you've captured something very, very special here. And I just think you should be extremely proud of what you've done.
Thank you very much, Alan.
I think they're amazing. And I hope all the listeners, the viewers, I think everybody is equally impressed. And if they don't move people to think about their behaviour and their attitudes, nothing will. So I'm going to draw this to a close. Thank you very much indeed, Dr. Liliana Rodriguez.
Thank you, Alan.
It's been an absolute pleasure talking to you today and working with you. So thank you.
The same here.
Bye for now.